you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Palo Alto, California, the farm and the home of the Stanford Cardinal. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on a team from the ACC, the Stanford Cardinal. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Stanford's offense will get first crack at it here. So the last time these two got together, the nails were chewed down to the cuticles. It was a barn burner. Think we get another one of those, Jesse?
I certainly hope so, Reese. And I know that mental toughness is very cliche in all of sports, especially college football. And David, it's something that coaches are always harping on. But this is one of those games. The team that's most mentally tough at the end, they probably win.
Especially in rivalry games, especially in big moments, especially when there's more to it than just a game. So I think that this is something that who can focus, who can stay disciplined, who can stay tough and keep and block out all the noise.
From the gun, the ground game. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Now the toss. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man. The Cardinal will have to boot it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. The Irish offense comes out. First chance we've had to see them today. And are we ever lucky to see these 2 great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these 2 quarterbacks. David, this one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's up.
He's loose on the left. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Leaves it with the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
The play action fake. Fires to to the big fella, and he's wrestled to the ground. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Because it freezes those linebackers, it freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run, and then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
Stanford going back to work with another first down. From the gun, the running back has it. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong, the emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
That's a really good break on the football. He sees the ball come out, and he hits him right as he's catching it. Nice job of dislodging the football from the receiver. That's a good play by the defensive back.
Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Here come the Irish back on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Turning it on! You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. The Irish come to the line facing second and short. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. From the gun on third down. Makes the catch. It's Wolf. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
Creates a little room. Picks up the first down. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one. Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Pulls it in. It's Mawe. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. From the 30-yard line on first down. Now the play fake. Quickly to the tight end. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. Looking to pass inside the red zone. He's got it on the run. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal.
Another first down. Man, this defense couldn't stop a nosebleed right now. It's that bad.
On first and goal, Notre Dame will try to get it in the end. Touchdown, Irish! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. A 67-yard touchdown drive there. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Breaks into the open. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
Catch in the middle, it's Freeman. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Now on first down from the 40. Tries to do it himself on the draw. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Well, they try to go quarterback designed run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Second down, they'll go to the air. That's caught. It's shipped. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks at first down.
Well, when you're running the drag route against man coverage like that, as a quarterback, you got to put the ball out in front of your target. When you do that, you give the guy a chance to then advance the football up the field, pick up a first down like they did right there.
And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. First play of the period will be a second down. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle, it's Freeman. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because he gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll move the wide receiver. Trying play action. Caught behind the line. It's shipped. The Cardinal come to the line with lots of work to do on third down. Wants to throw again. Pressure coming. Makes the catch. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. And he'll try it from the right hash, and the angle shouldn't be too bad from this distance. Smashes it between the uprights. Had to settle for the field goal.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Collisions and power on display, and after all of that, just back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Running back searching for a hole. Shakes off the defender. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Irish facing quite a challenge here on 3rd and a mile. From the gun, wants to pass. That's reeled in, it's Mawe. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Hey, when you speed quarterbacks up like this and you hurry their thought process, they're going to make mistakes. That was a mistake there. Throwing into double coverage, obviously not something you want to do. Could have been worse. Nice job by the defense.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. He's up to 81 yards on the ground so far, and he is closing in on that 1,200-yard mark for the season. Can't get him to the ground. They get him off his feet after a pickup of 5 down to the 25. Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. Gonna run it. It's O'Brien.
Well, it took everything on defense to just get that guy down on the 1-yard line. He is a monster, David.
And if this offense, Jesse, is going to keep doing that, you better bring in reinforcements on that defensive line. Get some big boys, because they're about to punch this thing in the end zone.
Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Fitted in the window for the score.
I tell you what, when you give me that kind of effort, I'm going to find you more often. What a layout. QB throws the football a little bit in front of him, had to dive and go make the catch. He lays out, secures the catch through the ground. Remember, got to catch it all the way through the ground. Nice effort by that receiver there.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover. This offense has it with really good field position.
Those are hard for offensive linemen when they get beat and you're going, no, look out for your blind side, watch out. But great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground and getting the football out, a little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Touchdown, Notre Dame! Quick strike through the air for the score.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point gives him a 28-3 lead. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute.
And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
The Cardinal increasing the degree of difficulty after that last play. It's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Quick strike complete.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Had to throw it before he wanted. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Stanford to the line on 3rd and long. He wants to throw it again. Finds his tight end. All by himself down the middle. Touchdown, Cardinal! He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
Man, this guy is an elite tight end. This guy is a dude. He keeps making plays like this. We're going to start comparing him to Brock Bowers and Kyle Pitts. The run after the catch, the big body, the athletic ability. He has it all.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point cuts the lead to 28-10. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. The pitch to the left. He's in open space downfield. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. First down here for the offense. To the air on first down. Hauls it in. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Last completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to throw on first down. With the catch, it's Wolf. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. With the catch, it's Whitehead. He's out of bounds at the 26-yard line.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Here's the handoff. Spins away from the defender. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. They get to him as he throws. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling a rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. Haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one...
Touchdown, Irish! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up 35-10. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
Well, you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Crosses the 40. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And the standout player on the defensive side of the ball has been that boogeyman back there at safety. They try to run it, he's filling the holes. They try to throw it, he's either picking them off or trying to take dudes' heads off. Good luck making adjustments. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Stanford set to boot it deep to start this second half. And he's going to bring this one out. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here come the Irish, back on offense. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. Throwing on the run. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. He'll try to... He smashes his way through again. And he was trying to chart a course on that pick for a pick 6, but he'll be stopped at the 31. Great place to start for this offense. Wants to go up top on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. They're dealing with a second and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. The Cardinal will have to come up with a huge play to keep this drive going on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got him downfield. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Stanford!
It's so nice as a quarterback when it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after the catch. How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that can stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed. He's a generational talent. He's really helping out this offense.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And after the extra point, they trail 35-17. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with a scoring toss from the 33. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Handoff from the shotgun. Got enough for the first. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Off play action on first down. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. route is on. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish the drive with a 64-yard scoring toss. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on that.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They've clearly found that.
Makes a grab deep. And the big gain, they've got it on the 46. That big explosive play carries them into plus territory. They'll snap it 1st and 10 from just across the 50. Looking downfield on first down. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
And we talk to teams week after week and quarterbacks and coaches, and what do they always say, man? Quarterback's best friend is a tight end. Well, that play right there, he wasn't his best friend. You don't see a lot of drops from him, but, man, he had an opportunity to catch that.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
They just keep firing. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And I wish I could bring you some hope, but, man, this defense, again, you know, they already got the lead. They got their ears pinned back. They're rushing the quarterback. I know this one's over, but offensively, let's find a way to protect our guy, put something together. Maybe we find a way to make this respectable at some point in the football game.
Stanford lines up to punt it away. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. Here come the Irish, back on offense. To the ground with the back. Fighting off the defender. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. The Irish come to the line facing 2nd and short. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the big fella. There he goes. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Runs through a tackle. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the touchdown, Cardinal. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
Ready to try the point after. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Right back to him on the ground.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking to throw, it's Darnold. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. He's got an open man. They make the stop, but barely, and they might need to regroup as we have come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. He leaves it with his back. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Notre Dame has made this 2nd down play much more difficult after going backwards. Zings it complete to the right. He'll get it inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39 before he goes out of bounds. Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. He's inside the 35. They'll spot it at the 34. Not enough for the 1st down, and let's see what they do on 4th. They'll send out the kicker here. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. Right down the boulevard. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Breaks the tackle.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
To the air on second down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Stanford quickly to the line. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Fires toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, fourth quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on second and short. Here's a quick throw out to the left. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Was completed via the screen.
Bunch formation for these receivers.
Good enough for a first down.
They'll run it from the gun. Oh, he's got some space. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep it.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, and they corral the ball so they avoid the turnover, but man, did they lose a chunk of yardage. It's second and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. It's third and goal and third and long. Back to throw, it's Darnold. Using his feet to buy time. He's going for the goal line. He is stopped short. That's the man they wanted to have the ball, but it'll be fourth down. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. He was on target with his first kick, and this one ought to be easy from 20 yards away. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And that lead grows even bigger. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Now from the 36-yard line, it's first and 10. Here's a heat. Trying to make magic with his feet. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
You got to be impressed with the quarterback on that last play because he's already been sacked a ton of times in this game. He knows he does not have a lot of time to survey the field, get through his progression. So as soon as he feels a lane to take off and run, he's going to take it. A really nice job that time, showing off the athleticism and picking up the first down.
They'll go back to the air on second down. Grabbed behind the line, it's Irwin. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Stanford comes to the line, and that first down marker is a long way away. Third down play from the gun. He'll pull it down and run. First down and more. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. Stanford gets set to snap it on first down. Out of the gun, the inside give. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Stanford at the line on first down. Let's see if they lean on that offensive line. Now from inside the red zone. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And, man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do.
Turning it on! He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The Cardinal come to the line with lots of work to do on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Spits it out to the back. Touchdown, Stanford! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And a nice touchdown. Continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Solid run on the last play sets this offense up on first down. Wide receiver going in motion. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Backed up now, here's second and long. From the gun, running back on the move. Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on first and 10. They're wanting to pile up some extra points. He'll loft one deep down the left side. He's got it! Takes it into the end zone for the touchdown on the final play. The denouement. The epilogue. The finishing touch. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival, you're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for a while.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games, because this is always, there's a letdown that naturally happens after these big rivalry wins. We feel like our chest is poked out. We got to look on to the next game, focus in on this next one.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.